The Syrian army is pushing ahead with its operations, mopping up foreign-backed insurgents. The government forces have captured the strategic town of Shaba'a near Damascus. They have also discovered several hidden tunnels in the town used by foreign-backed insurgents. The militants had been positioned in the town since the beginning of the unrest in Syria back in 2011. Reports say clashes between the army and the insurgents continue outside the town. Joining us from that very town of Shaba'a is our correspondent Muhammad Ali, who's with us via satellite. Muhammad, welcome to the program. Please tell us about the Army's cleanup operations in Shaba'a, and also, if you can, in addition to that, in other strategic areas near Damascus as well.
Yes, we are now inside the town of Shaba'a, which the army secured just a couple of days ago. However, there are still clashes in the orchards surrounding it from the direction of Hataytat al-Turkman, Deir al-Asafir, and Mleha, where foreign-backed militants, those who were not killed in the operations of the army, escaped to. So there are still some operations surrounding the area. However, the town is fully under the control of the Syrian army. However, the destruction because of the violence of foreign-backed militants and because of the clashes that happened are very clear. Just behind me over there, if you can see some of the buildings in this narrow street, you can see how close the buildings are and the destruction because of the clashes that happened. Yes, just a couple of minutes ago we were on air. We were speaking to one of the residents who refused actually to leave the town after foreign-backed militants tried to force them out. She was just telling me on air just a couple of minutes ago that the foreign-backed militants tried to force them out. They claimed and told them that if you don't go out, the Syrian army will come in and kill you. However, they refused because they knew that the Syrian army does not kill the civilians. The Syrian army came here to, of course, free the land from the foreign-backed militants and secure it. I'm going to ask her one more question. شو كانوا يعملوا بالبيوت بشكل عام المسلحين؟
كانوا يسرقوا البيوت، ما بقي بيت بشبعة إلا ما انسرق من المسلحين، وحتى نحن لو طلعنا من بيتنا كان كمان انسرق.
شو كانوا يجبروكم تطلعوا؟
كانوا يجبرونا نطلع وما رضينا نطلع، وقلنا أكيد نحن برا ما رح نرتاح، واحد ما برتاح غير ببيته، وحتى كمان رح ينسرق لو طلعنا. الحمد لله تحملنا الجوع وتحملنا الغلا كله ومشان نبقى ببيتنا.
She was just telling me that the foreign-backed militants told her and told her family, tried to force her to leave their houses, but they refused to leave their houses. They wanted to loot them because previously they saw other houses being looted by the foreign-backed militants. And actually this is what the foreign-backed militants usually do. They enter an area, they take over it, they loot some of the houses and then use the houses as positions to fight the Syrian army. However, this family, just like other ones that we have met, this is just an example, refused to leave this town despite all of the pressures, and they said that they will never leave their home. And of course there are other developments close to Shaba'a. There are still areas witnessing confrontations like the areas of Mleha, Hataytat al-Turkman and Deir al-Asafir. We also know that more than 10 people, civilians, were killed because of an attack by foreign-backed militants on their bus with an explosive device just between Homs and Masyaf cities. Of course, clashes also continue across the Damascus countryside, mainly Jobar, Qaboon, and Barze, where foreign-backed militants continue to try to attack and infiltrate into the city. However, they are being confronted by the Syrian army forces.
Thank you very much. Press TV's Muhammad Ali joining us from the town of Shaba'a on the outskirts of the Syrian capital, Damascus.